Death on the Burnt Ocean. The Tales of the Territories. Book 1. By Peter Wacht. Narrated by Benjamin Fife. Setting the stage. The Tales of the Territories continue the adventures of Bryen Keldragan and Aislinn Winborne as they travel across the Burnt Ocean to the Territories, what will eventually become the kingdoms of the Sylvan Chronicles. The events occur more than 1,000 years before the happenings in the Sylvan Chronicles, and take place in the lands far to the west of Caledonia, that have been opened for colonization thanks to territorial grants sold by the deceased king Corinthius Belleron. There, Bryen and Aislinn will take on new challenges, make new friends and enemies, and continue to battle those who have turned to the curse. In the Territories, sometimes called New Caledonia, as in the other realms, the ability to use the talent sets apart the person gifted with this unique skill. But being able to use the talent is only part of the dynamic. For if a magus chooses to follow a darker path, the talent becomes the curse. Both the Sylvan Chronicles and the Tales of Caledonia are a part of the larger world of the realms of the talent and the curse. Chapter 1. A Disappointing Hunt. "Can't you run faster than that, soldier?" The man standing guard at the entrance to the tower, a very large blacksmith's hammer held in his hand, had to bend down to fit through the doorway without banging his head. He was glad to be free of the confining space as he stepped out onto the grass. He didn't like being locked away from the outside and the fresh air. It made him edgy. "You need to lay off the ale, Bertie. It's all going to your gut." Bertie huffed and puffed his way up the slope, the once muscle-bound figure, now going a bit soft around the edges, was no more than a shadow in the descending grey mist. For just a second the man by the door, the hilt of his sword peeking out above his shoulder, thought that Bertie was carrying 3 large sacks across his broad shoulders. It wasn't until the soldier turned farmer was less than a dozen yards away that the large figure in the doorway grinned, finally able to pick out what Bertie was hauling. "You try carrying 3 children up that wretched slope, Duff," muttered Bertie. He struggled to catch his breath as he let down the 2 daughters who had been slipped.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?